Hi everyone, welcome to our video 4 steps to write a Model UN resolution paper. So, what are resolution papers? Well, they contain solutions to the committee's issues. They are the end goal of competitions because that's the output you're supposed to provide. And they are produced through collaboration with other delegates. So the collaboration, the chairs who run the conference, they will notice your collaboration and that weighs towards awards. And then you can learn in problem solving, teamwork, and writing skills. So step number 1 is to stake out your stance. So you want to research your country ahead of time. In the description, I have linked a CIA fact book which allows you to see whose countries are allies with whose other countries. So again, know your allies and your enemies. Then during opening speeches, you want to listen for similar ideas from other delegates. Then send notes to those delegates so that you guys can get together in the first unmod. If this is in person, then you would say, hey, meet me in this part of the room or the committee. If you're virtual, you can say, meet me in the first breakout room or the second breakout room. Step number 2 is to build blocks, which is another term for groups. So during the first unmod, and unmod is simply just an informal discussion, you want to let everyone speak to hear out everyone's ideas, and be sure to take note of them. Because after the first unmod, you want to narrow your group by asking them to meet separately in the next unmod, so another breakout room for example, and keeping the sponsor limit in mind. So at the beginning of committee, or if they don't, you can ask the chair how many sponsors or writers per resolution paper, so you know how many people, including yourself, to include in a group. And yes, it is very important for awards to be a sponsor for at least one paper. Step number 3 is to write the resolutions. So delegate responsibilities, which means distribute responsibilities for clauses. Now there are preambulatory clauses and there are operative clauses. So here on the screen you will see preambulatory phrases. These preambulatory phrases are used to kind of acknowledge the situation. Now here you will see a sample resolution paper with preambulatory clauses. So again, just simply recognizing the background of the topic. Now you will see operative phrases. So operative phrases are used as a call to action. They make up the chunk of your resolution paper and should come after preambulatory clauses. So with operative clauses, what you want to do is you want to state specific actions. So here, as you can see here, I have provided a sample resolution paper with operative clauses. So you can use sub-clauses to be specific, to talk about funding, logistics, all of that. So you usually spend about 3 to 4 unmods, in my experience, working on a Google Doc for a resolution. And you'll shift between mods and unmods, so keep that in mind when working on your paper. And then email it to your chair when done. Now, one thing I'd like to point out is if you are doing a double delegation, there is a strategy called one in, one out. So one person is in committee giving speeches and all of that, whereas one partner is writing the resolutions with the other one partners from your block. So that is a strategy to keep in mind with your partner if you are doing a double down. Then step number 4 is to find support. So a catchy acronym, usually to summarize the main components of your resolution paper, those get the word across. Then you want to advocate for it in moderated caucuses. So motion for topics in moderated caucus is to say motion to talk about different working papers. So your group and a working paper is an incomplete resolution paper. Your group can go over. You can talk about the clauses that you wrote. And then you want to be able to successfully defend it in Q&A after introducing it. So introducing a working paper simply means that you and your group, if that motion is passed, you read your resolution paper or your working paper, the chair will screen share it, and then you take questions. So if you take questions successfully, then that shows you're competent. It's a good indicator for awards. And then another strategy is to pass in conjunction. So it's really petty if you have a similar idea, your block to another block, and just say, no, I don't want to vote for theirs because I only want mine to be passed. If you want yours to be passed, you can pass in conjunction, which means that you say, hey, I'll vote for yours if you vote for mine. It's an informal agreement, and some people do occasionally break it, but more often than not, it'll get you enough votes in a committee to pass. So, new content, it wraps up the video, but as of now, it's to be determined. So follow our Instagram at Confidence Capital for updates. We'll also try linking stuff in our discussions thread here on YouTube, and drop content suggestions in the comments. Take care, everyone. Bye.